Thank you very much for this opportunity tonight. And I want to just talk a little bit about the world. 15 million children live in poverty in America. It's increased by about 1 million. The richest country in the world. Thousands of children around the world die each day from malnutrition, preventable, curable diseases. Billions of people in the world have inadequate food, water, shelter, and health, and necessities of life. And I've looked real hard at that. This is absolutely absurd. This is happening. 5% of the world's population with automation, education, and training could feed, clothe, and house the entire world. And we don't want to do it that way, but it's horrible that we're doing this. Especially in the United States, where we have 15 people, and people living under bridges, homes being foreclosed on. And so I really looked at why, and I've come up with several things that our public service is spending $1 trillion a year about the total military-industrial complex. It's just increased it more this year in the authorization bill than the EPA has for a budget. It's increased. We're laying off teachers. We've given or committed $23.7 trillion, about $6 trillion in cash. That's the Federal Reserve and the TARP and the banks. And they're paying back the TARP. They're paying it back with taxpayers' money. They're talking about cutting Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare. It's absolutely absurd. Medicare, Social Security, Social Security particulars good to at least 2037. And I believe if we do some things right now, it'll be good forever. And what I'm asking you to, I want to make this campaign, this election about issues. If you didn't get a copy of this, I would appreciate you picking up one. But basically, I'm saying in these wars, cut off the funding. And even at the Ellsberg papers, we still fought the stupid Vietnam War. And I was in the Navy 30 years. The last submarine I was on could have wiped out over 100 cities by itself with nuclear warheads on 6 missiles. Massive relief efforts. We have really helped countries we've hurt so much. It would be no problem with terrorism. We have reparations and with goods made in the United States. The other big thing is getting jobs. I grew up in a cotton mill town where they cared for the people. My dad had a job. I had 8 brothers and 4 sisters. I grew up a wonderful life. Got to go to the Naval Academy. I have 4 sons. I had a steady job. They all got to go to good college. So we really need employment opportunities. We can put 2.6 million people to work in health care. We need to fix potholes. And basically, we need to bring those troops home. Instead of knocking down doors over in Iraq and dropping bombs on kids, we should be over here insulating home. And no layoffs of anybody. The defense industry could be one area I'm really an expert in is military fire safety and fire safety. We need firefighting aircraft instead of bombers. We have more bombers in all the world, functional bombers and fighters than all the rest of the world. We have 12 aircraft carriers or so. I forget the exact number. I don't know anybody. Maybe they have 1 or 2 from our friends. So it's absolutely criminal what we're doing with this money. And I've got an outline on here. I got a thing. And what I'm really asking is for people to help make this an issue. Now, I'd like your support. I know I'm very well qualified for this job. I've done just about everything. I have businesses.
Hold it up.
Yes, good.
Oops, I got to ask our timekeeper to hold up a sign saying your time is going.
Thank you very much.
I'm sorry.
Noise and transportation and the rails should be handled by committees in Congress, not by putting earmarks on it. When you do this, everybody's got their little kitty. That TARP that was passed we've got TARP, this TARP had I think $150 billion or $300 billion on it to get people to pay it. So we've got to get rid of this campaign financing and this TARP. Durbin said it. We're owned by the bankers. If you look at the curve of the lobbyists, it goes like this. And it's directly tied to the earmarks and the way people vote. And those are violations of the bribery. Read the bribery laws. So I think that the $13 trillion on the spending, we need to spend it smartly. We need to take, the reason that $13 trillion is there is because, two main reasons. Is one is the cuts. The tax cuts for the wealthy. I'm talking about the super wealthy. And also the wars. And also the fact that the Federal Reserve is printing money and giving it to those banks. So we have a hell of a mess on our hands. We've got to look at my sheet there. It's got what it needs to do. Thank you. As far as the government being able to do things, I had fantastic schools. My kids in Fairfax County was absolutely fine. We've got great schools here. We have a public highway transportation system. I think Mr. Murray may have forgotten some of those things, but we do have a lot of things the government does well. I think they have a pretty good Army and a great Navy. But we can do the things, and it gets to be leadership, it gets to be a thing, and I'm really positive about this, and I hope you'll give me your support. I believe I'm the best candidate here. I think I can prove it. It might give me 2 or 3 hours. But I really mainly would like for you to be sure you get one of these sheets tonight, and let's make these issues campaign issues. Not about so much of the small things, but wars, the Federal Reserve, public health, and we could, Medicare is a fantastic program. Fantastic program. You got good health care in the military, didn't you? That was a government-run program.
Well, Medicare, the health care bills
Healthcare?
takes $500
Oh, yeah, I
some
agree. I
billion
agree with
dollars.
that. I agree. We've got to change that. We've got to throw that right up and get the right thing in there. But we can do these things. But please take one of these with you tonight. It's a list, and help me, either anonymously, whatever, make these issues election issues. Make them election issues.